Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the channel. This is your Tuesday reading. Okay. I feel like the vibe is just stay calm. It has been a calm kind of, this is for Tuesday, but, I'm recording it Monday evening. And, wow, if there could be it just feels like a dog chasing its tail, the never ending, when is it going to be finished kind of thing. So anyway, when I asked for the vibe for Tuesday, for the Tuesday reading, I immediately heard, just get out of your head. And the way I take that is to stop overthinking things. I don't know about you guys, but I am notorious for overthinking. Yeah. And so, sometimes it's hard not to when you want to be prepared for every contingency. It can be a tricky place to be sometimes when, you take care of everything. So you always want to have, I was just saying the other day, there's always a plan A, B, C, and D. And sometimes you just have to throw them all out the window. So the message and the vibe is everything, there's just this feeling, I can feel spirit close by, and it's almost as if they were putting hands on my shoulders and the collective's shoulders. You are surrounded by spirit is the message, and it's okay. Just take a breath, take a deep breath. We had this the other day. Take a breath, relax, settle, ground, connect the dots between your thoughts. That doesn't even make sense to me yet. That just came through. So or you will be able to connect the dots soon. So it will all make sense soon. In the meantime, try not to stay in your head and get in your head and get tripped up, because that's what will happen. And the mug I pulled, this one, I've got a couple like this. I found these at Meijer, of all places, the grocery store. And it's iridescent, and I love that. But this one is more blue. Some of the other ones have a little bit more of a sand color, and I always think of the water. I think of the ocean, a lake, a stream, it doesn't matter, but usually the ocean comes to mind. And that's why there was such a draw to this particular one for me, because that is such a vast body of water. It's such a vast, immense part of this planet that it makes us feel very small when we're near it. I know it does me. And yes, we need to protect and take care of our waterways, but just thinking about a large body of water reminds me and helps me put into perspective that the world is so much bigger than our little piece of it. So when we start to get tripped up around our head, in our mind, whatever, I know that was a subject of verb agreement, kind of, anyway, wrong thing. Anyway, but when we get to that point, remember that this is one moment in time, one event in the course of your life. And even though they can be very scary events, I fully believe that we are in a cycle right now that will take us to something better and more meaningful. That's what they want me to say. That is the key word. Thank you. It takes me a minute, y'all. You know that. It takes me a minute to get there. All the things that feel like trials and tribulations right now, all the questions that are unanswered, all of those things are going to lead us, make us stronger, and take us to a place that is so much more meaningful. Okay, thank you, Spirit. And now my heart feels very full and I don't feel like I'm in a race. Okay. Well, that's all you needed. Have a good day. If you want to hang out with me and see what else we can come up with, then great. All right, I'm going to put on my big jumbo glasses. We haven't used these in a while, or I haven't used these in a while anyway. It's the Gateway Oracle by Denise Linn, Linn. And she's got some great books that you can buy and read. I like her books very much. She has a very interesting life story. Very interesting. So talk about facing trials and tribulations. She's lucky to be alive, but she survived and she thrived, and she is just when you read her words or hear her voice, like on a podcast or on a video or something, it immediately makes you feel like things are going to be okay. So I really like Denise Linn. All right, so they said stop with this one, take the one on top, and I'm going to shuffle the regular way and see if we can find one that jumps out at us. Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians, beloved elementals, what is the message? Ancestors, be with us. What is that serve well, that are positive? What are the messages? Well, they're all, if they've crossed over, they're positive now, even if they weren't in life. Lessons learned, y'all. It's all about lessons learned. What is the message for the collective today? What is the message for the collective on Tuesday? Well, there we go. Okay, I was just thinking. We don't soon have but one, but that is not at all true. Now we have another one. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. And what's on top? Something says on top. Yeah. Mending bridges. I healed rifts. I am a mender. That's on top. So that could be an undercurrent for someone. But the two main energies, the first one, dwelling in truth. I stand in the light of truth. I stand in the light of truth. And if I've said this once, I've probably said it 50 times. Everyone's truth, people's lives bear out their truth. Okay? People's lives bear out their truth. And just like when you flip on the lights, if anything's going to scurry away, it does. You know why? It can't stand the light. It cannot stand being in the light. It cannot be seen for what it really is. So, everything also comes out in the truth. And when I say everything comes out, I mean the truth. The truth comes out in the light. And what is the light? The light of truth, the light of wisdom, the light of the divine, the light of all that is, the light of the other side, the light of whether you want to call it heaven, nirvana, whatever. The other side is a place where we don't have to, and I feel like someone needs to hear this right now, that it is a place where there is no judgment or competition, no jealousy. People aren't conniving. Boy, that's a good old word for you, conniving. Good Lord. I sound like I'm straight up out of the country and 80 years old. I'm getting close. But anyway, there's just unconditional love. There's no I love you but, or I love you when. It's unconditional, nurturing, compassionate, wonderful, soul-connected, soul group kind of love. Everything comes out in the light. All right, so someone needed to hear that. Someone needed to know that you are not alone, that if things are a little difficult right now, they will get better. And it is taking you to a better place. These were hard lessons learned. And I just keep hearing that over and over again. So I don't know who that's for. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. It's a general reading, so there's that. So, it could apply to a whole bunch of people. But if there's something specific in that resonates with you, then please take it. Okay. The second card, the one that flipped on the floor over here, Breaking barriers. I am expanding beyond limitations. Woo! There we go. Into joy and freedom. Well, I like that. Let's all take that. All right, breaking barriers. That has significance. We're going to see how that plays out. I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. No one's going to hold me down. I'm hearing that song from Wicked. Of course, it is the week of Halloween. Of course, nothing's going to hold me. It's very strong when you hear it on the singing competition shows a lot too. Nothing's going to hold me back. Nothing's going to hold me down. Something like that. Anyway, you get it. Point is, I'm hearing this very grand, strong voice singing it in my head right now. But breaking barriers. Okay, the two B's too are standing out. So B and B. And like B-E-B, but and bees, if that's something, but that's just all random fishing kind of things. What I feel like there's an initial for someone who has an initial that starts with a B and possibly two B's in the name. First name and last name, or two B's embedded in a name. And I know that's pretty specific, but it's the message for someone out there. There is someone with two B's that are significant and very vocalized, and you hear them when you say the name. You are getting ready to expand, and something is getting ready to happen for you that's going to open doors that it's going to blow you away in a good way. I feel like there is financial prosperity coming. I feel like there is recognition coming. And it almost feels like it's in the performing arts somehow. And I feel like that's why I was hearing that song from the musical. So someone is getting ready to be a breakout. It feels like that. It really feels like that. Okay. And then for others, the advice for that person is to stay grounded, keep your wits about you. Be aware that the more famous you get, the more people want to take advantage of you. So keep your core people, friends, the ones who have always known you and have always been the ones who have had your back, keep them close, because you're going to get a whole lot of hanger-oners who just want to use you. Okay, so just understand that. Don't go in gullible. Ask for protection and you'll have it. Ask to always be shown the truth if you're not sure who to trust. Okay? Yeah. A lot of people only want to be around you when you have something to offer. Remember that. But you're getting ready to break out in a whole new way, and it's going to be a wonderful career for you. Okay. For the rest of us, I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. You know what that could mean for a whole lot of you, and I kind of hope it's me as well. The less responsibility you have, where that person's getting ready to jump way straight into a big time career and have tons of responsibility. For a whole lot of us, we are at points in our lives where we want less responsibility, and that brings joy and a different type of freedom. One way or the other, Spirit, take over, because I know you got a message about this. Whichever side of that you're on, whether it's gaining or leaving behind, the need to take on so much responsibility. It doesn't matter, whichever side of that you're on, whether you're gaining more or letting it go and releasing it, then in a positive way, then there is hope coming in with it. There is that light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't mean death. I mean, there is a sense of wellness and well-being and dreams fulfilled. That's great. Let's just take that. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm drawing into shoulders back, head up. Okay. But yeah, dreams fulfilled. All right, so now let's do this. Yeah, I still want to do this. So I think I need to do both of these, and then that'll encompass the reading for Tuesday. I feel like I need to be like those sports announcers. Tuesday, Tuesday, Tuesday. I don't know what that's about. All right. Oh yeah. These are the Angels and Auras Oracle. Okay. All right. For anybody in another country with universal health care, give me your thoughts, because I'm fighting an insurance company right now. Not really fighting because you can't win, but I'm trying to rearrange some stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. Angels and Auras. Angels and Auras Oracle. I mean, it's not like I'm moving or going anywhere. I mean, you know, but... Okay. Okay. One more time. Thought maybe I needed to keep that one. Nope. Okay. What is the message from the Angels and Auras Oracle? All that is, creator of all things, spirit guides and guardians. What is the message that you have for us? Yeah, it's just this one. Okay. And the one that came out actually hit my microphone, so you may have heard a big ding. Don't compromise. Look at that. I just love an image of a heart. Love it. I used to not. I also didn't like wearing pink, and now I'm all about the hearts and all about wearing light colors, and although I'm wearing maroon today, but still. Isn't it kind of funny? I still like a very tailored look sometimes, but for the most part, I like wearing heart imagery. It reminds me to keep an open heart. All right. Don't compromise. Boundaries, assertiveness, courage, and unwavering. And what I'm hearing is unwavering faith. Okay. You've got golden wings around this beautiful radiating heart, radiating the colors of the rainbow, the chakras, the angelic realms, just the color spectrum. Isn't that lovely? All right, don't compromise. And when you set boundaries, it's not because you're trying to be difficult. Know your worth. That's what I'm hearing. Know your worth. If you catch yourself getting frustrated with a situation, a person, a group, whatever, most of the time, and I just heard that caveat, most of the time it's because you feel like your boundaries are being tested and your value and worth is not being recognized or acknowledged. And it's not like somebody has to run around saying, oh, you're so wonderful. That's not the kind of acknowledgement I'm talking about. I mean, when people don't take your value seriously, oh, well, she'll be okay. Oh, well, she won't mind. Or he's okay. He won't mind. Or because, you know, they're just like that. That'll be it. I can do what I want. It's like, no, you can't do what you want. No. Boundaries are there. Just like you wouldn't leave your front door wide open in the middle of the night and unlocked. I hope you wouldn't. Compromised boundaries lead to hurt feelings and possibly physically being hurt. So, what do we need to know about that, Spirit? I feel like there's more to that story. What's going on with that? All the little things add up. All the little things add up. And the goal is to keep it from being a big thing. Someone cuts you off on the highway. Someone rolls their eyes at you in a line when you're just, because you've got two more items than them, and then that person in your cart. Just the little things like that that add up over the course of a day. So they're saying be consistent in your behavior, be consistent in who you are, be consistent in your expectations, and treat others in a similar way. So instead of looking at the person behind you in the line who's, giving you one of those because you get 2 extra things in your cart, just smile, ask that their burden be lifted, and then be grateful that that's not you. Now, that's easier said than done. Let me tell you, back in the day, yeah. If people gave it to me, I could give it right back. But I think I'm a little more mature and I'm a little older. And that kind of attitude just never felt good. And it always puts you on alert. Sometimes the grumpiest person just needs you to say, "Hi, how you doing today?" And then it's sort of like they just melt because maybe no one's looked at them and seen them all day. So that's part of you keeping your boundary up because you're not going to sacrifice who you are. You're not going to sacrifice your good nature. You're not going to devolve into the kind of person or people you might have around you because you are going to stand in your truth and you are going to stand in the light and you are going to remember who you are so that when you go home at the end of the day, you can feel good about how you treated people. They're saying something that I've heard over and over again, and it's live every day like it's your last one in this incarnation. And I'm going to bet you might do things a little bit differently. I know I have to remind myself of that because I would sure do things differently. You better believe that. But point is, setting boundaries doesn't mean you become the aggressor. It just means that things don't bother you, trigger you, or wound you so much, and you can keep it out here, away from you. Now, if there's someone in your home, if there's someone in your immediate circle that treats you with a lot of disrespect all the time or in a very disrespectful way, then that's going to have to be addressed. But not by giving it right back in the same fashion. Because then no one's willing to have a ceasefire. Instead, perhaps it's time to just ask, what's going on? That hurts my feelings. If you're doing that intentionally, then are you trying to hurt my feelings because that's what's happening? Is there something I'm not getting or understand here? This is the example that came up that I was aware of earlier. This did not happen to me. This is not mine. Someone with like a sensory issue and doesn't like a certain sound because it just it's like nails on a chalkboard. It gets on their nerves. And that person's partner made a point of doing it even more so and laughing and thinking it was funny because they were getting a reaction. What is wrong with you people? I mean, that was just mean. It was mean. Who does things intentionally and laughs about it because it gets a rise out of someone they're supposed to care about? I felt horrible. And then second example, someone I know, their people they know are going through a really difficult time. And all of the stories that were being reminisced about kind of painted a really dismal and verbally abusive picture. So it's hard to keep singing someone's praises and again, this was not me. Neither one of those situations have anything to do with me. It's not my life. It's not my issue. It's not my thing. Don't worry about it. That is so not me. I'm not using my own life as an example in that. But these two other situations that I'm aware of, it's like, this is a daily thing? Really? I just don't understand it. I do not understand it. People get so used to trauma that they become addicted to it, I think. So yeah, man, this has been me going on a rampage about standing in your truth and your light and what it means and this, that, and the other, because I think sometimes people maybe misunderstand that. Okay. All right, let's do one more thing here, and then we're going to wrap it up. They're saying, look at this one for some reason. That's why. They wanted me to see this card. Temperance. 1 foot in the water, 1 on the land. Balancing. This is about balance. Temperance is a card about achieving balance. Live and let live. Do no harm, but live in balance in all ways as much as possible. Think about a diet you've been on that is so incredibly restrictive that you're on it for like a couple of days and then you go eat a whole pizza. I've done that. Or a cake, done that. So, there's got to be balance in all ways and all things for them to be long-term and last. So that's the point of this. Do I need to do anything else with this deck? One more? Okay. Let's round this out with a final vibe for Tuesday. What is the final vibe for, this is a general reading, for a collective message for Tuesday? It's coming up. It might be that one. Is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. Okay. One of them kept sliding toward me on the cards I put on the table. 2 of Swords. Okay. Sometimes you just have to take a break. That's how I'm reading this right now. Sometimes you just got to sit back, take a break. If you're not sure what to do, then don't do anything, at least for a minute, until you have time to reflect. Some people, and I'm one of them, I'm really good at making quick decisions. I can make decisions really quickly. I know some people who they hate that because it's just, they overthink it and they're so scared. And I overthink everything, but I can make decisions quickly. But a lot of people are terrified to do it because they're so afraid of making the wrong choice. If that's the case, and this is a very specific message for someone in the collective, if you're not sure what to do, sleep on it. That's what I'm hearing. I know that's a weird interpretation of that card, but that's what I'm getting. Sleep on it, rest, wait 24 hours if you have that luxury. If you have the ability to wait and not have to make a snap decision, then do so. And think about it with clarity in the morning with the light of day. Something about daylight and light of day coming up a lot too, okay? All right, man, this was kind of intense. I was going after somebody here. I don't know. Glad those aren't my examples. But yeah, I think I surround myself with pretty nice people. As a matter of fact, I told someone they were exceptional. And I absolutely, fully believe that that's true. So, yeah. But if you're in one of these other situations, like the ones I just go, oh, my word. Okay, everybody. I'm sending you love and gratitude. Be well. Thank you. And I'll be back for a Wednesday reading.